Hello and welcome to Frilford Heath Golf Club for the BuildBase Open, event number 5 of the 2013 PGA EuroPro Tour. 168 players teed it up here on Friday, but who will be the champion come Sunday afternoon? The answer is coming up, and plenty more besides. Last year's event saw a very close finish with George Woolgar coming out the winner after a one-hole playoff victory over Mark Lasky. George is in the field this week alongside some of the winners of this year's events. Dan Waite was the winner at Wensum Valley. Asbury Hall saw James Hepworth the pick of the bunch. Richard Wallace won over the new course at Burr Hill, with Alex Belt winning the last event at Collingtree Park. So this is how the order of merit looks after those 4 events. Well, it's an absolutely beautiful day here at Frilford Heath, and on Friday conditions were perfect for golf. Graham Clark shot a 9 under 63. It was almost a new course record. On Saturday it was all about Tom Wild, an amateur, and he is now leader of the pack. Here's how things stand. So it's all set up very nicely. We're into the final 18 holes. Some of the players are already out on the course. So it's time to watch some action with your commentators Ross McFarlane and John Morgan, who will be giving us a few golfing tips a little bit later on and talking us through some of the key holes here at Frilford Heath. But for now, let's watch some golf.
Yes, of course, it is Tom Wild, the amateur, leading the way, yet to go out. Levi Desmond, he's off to a flyer, 5 under par through 6 holes. He's just 2 shots behind. And Greg Payne there, just through the first hole, also on that number. Well, it's a glorious last day, a little bit breezy, and the course in fantastic shape. Joining me in commentary, John Morgan. John.
Hi Ross, how you doing, my friend? As you can see, got old Michael starting off proceedings here. Great first hole this is. Got to be sensible off this tee.
Most of the players seem to be hitting iron on the first. Why is that?
Well, you're only coming in with a bit of a, half a shot, about a 9 or an 8 iron, Ross, and it's a pretty straightforward shot. I mean, you just take your medicine off the tee, don't be too greedy.
Well, McGeady not greedy. Gary King gets his proceedings underway. A little bit tight down the left-hand side. There is water which comes across the fairway at about 240, 250 yards.
Yeah, it cuts in on the left-hand side and then filters away from you as the shot goes on, so probably to about 270. So nice, sensible long iron, give you the perfect shot in here. And as you can see, it's quite banksy out there, Ross.
Firmness in the fairways. Let's take a look at this Tom Wild swing, the amateur.
It's got the old stack and tilt technique by the looks of it.
Quite long on the backswing. Nice impact position. You can see good solid left side. Rotates through. A nice smooth action.
Yeah, solid as a rock. No complaints there.
Nick McCarthy, 8 under par, 3 shots back. Second shot.
This guy's got a good temperament. I've been watching him recently. Very, very good indeed. Struck a great shot in there. Nice control.
McGeady, who is, well, let's say he's probably a veteran of the EuroPro Tour.
He is. He's such a good bloke. He's and a fantastic player. Surprising that he hasn't picked up a trophy yet, that's for sure.
You can see there's quite a healthy breeze on this, the final day, and this first hole seems to be causing quite a lot of trouble to these players. Why is that, John?
Well, I don't know. I'm a bit bemused with the whole this hole. I mean, it must be swirling up there in the sky, and these trees are really harnessing this wind, and it's catching them all out.
So important for the amateur to get off to a good start. Good tee shot, quite brisk through the ball, very quick. Is it going a little left?
Yeah, he's got some snap in that. Slow down. It's going to run off the green. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Got the John Morgan seal of approval. That's good. Nick McCarthy, birdie putt on the second.
Has it got the legs? It sure has. What a great putt. Absolute classic. Just what the doctor ordered.
Strangely enough, Michael McGeady has won on the Challenge Tour, on the Swalick Challenge, but never won on the EuroPro Tour.
I must admit, I am amazed. Like you say, I mean, been around for ages, but never been able to break through on this EuroPro Tour.
First look at the New Zealander, Harry Bateman, 22-year-old, attached to the Royal Wellington Golf Club.
That was a towering shot straight over the stick. Stopped dead.
First putt a little bit bold from Wild.
Just needed that one to settle the nerves, didn't he, Ross? Ugh.
That's really not the start that he was looking for. You see, he was a little edgy. He's only had 2 bogeys so far in this championship.
Really? That's a seriously great stat. That's some brilliant golf. Steady Eddie. Yeah.
Gary King there, 10 under. He stays that way. Could be tied at the top now, as could this man.
Nice little locket and rocket motion. Yes, beauty. Straight in the middle of the cup there. Good man, McGeady.
Locket and rocket. Bateman, 9 under.
Let's see if he can capitalise on that towering iron he's just hit in there. Turn. Ooh.
Nice putting stroke there. First few holes, absolutely key to get off to a good start. And one person who had a little look at the third is John Morgan.
Right, here we are at the third hole, beautiful par 3. Absolutely stunning. Water down the left, wrapping around the back left edge of that green. Stream running down that right-hand side. An absolute beauty this is. You know, it's like a bit of a reverse L-shaped green, little plateau on the top, and it's about 10 yards deep on that top half, so we've got to land it really precise here, you know, really commit to the shot. Obviously, I'm right here by the yellow spot, and this is indicating I've got 151 yards to the front edge of the green. Now I've got to pace it back out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, 159 to the front, 25 on. What's that, caddy?
184.
184. He's spot on that, lad. He's worth every penny, I tell you. Right, now, objective of this hole is got to fly it in high, got to land it soft, middle of the green. I play with a little draw, so it's going to draw a little bit towards that flag. So I'm hoping, hopefully, I can deliver on a shot like this. Let's give it a go, chaps. Right, John, get in the zone, man. Early doors, feeling a bit, you know, bit stiff, but come on. Big it up, son. Big it up. It's a bit drawy. Tell you what, that wasn't that bad. First swing of the day. Better believe me, chaps. Up by the green, this is the pin where it is today, and this is where my ball finished off, you know, right here, and the pin on the final day is nicely back in the middle of that green. Now as we come over here, this is what you've got to deal with. This water, no more than a yard from my ball. You've got the slope starting to come in, and I tell you what, massive watery grave, one bounce and you are not going to be able to ground your club. This is the type of bounce you're going to be able to get. Plonk, plip, plop, ploosh, you're in the water.
Hopefully Graham Clark can avoid that wet stuff.
I'm sure he can. Go on, Graham. Oh, no, that was trapped. Watery grave.
Yeah, looks like he was trying to knock that one down, keep it below the wind, and just came over the top. McGeady to the second. What sort of club do you hit off this second tee? It's only a short par 4.
What? It's in the middle of a, well, you know, 4 or 5 iron. You know, just positional play here. I mean, literally just getting it down there leaves yourself just a mid-wedge.
Nice backswing there for McGeady. You can see it's very tight left arm, good shoulder turn, stays very still, just loses a little height at the bottom of the swing. Great extension through and good balance. All in all, it's a really nice motion, John.
It's a great swing, it really is. I mean, seasonal veteran now on the as a pro. He's been there and done it.
Nice rhythm. Gary King's second shot, and there's a little bit of water around this second hole, but none to the right of this green.
Right, Graham, go on, buddy. This is where you excel, buddy. Come on. Oh, he's not going to be liking that one. Must have had a bit of a funky lie down there. Aussie boy.
Obviously, lie determines the sort of shot you have to play. Sand wedge. Can't get the ball to stop these days with the V-grooves.
I tell you what, actually, that's a great point, because people don't realise this V-groove has such a big impact around the greens. You know, you've got to play with loft and land it a bit softer. You know, it's such a difference now. I mean, you used to short side yourself and think, oh, I'm not worried. Just whip it in there and let the grooves take control.
So it's going to be more than a bogey for Clark. King for his par. Good save on the first. Drops one on the second.
I mean, quickly going back to that V-groove, when the amateurs kick in for 2016, when they got to start playing it, they're going to see a totally different ball game there, Ross.
Double bogey putt, and this will leave Graham quite some way back now. Back to 6 under. That's 4 shots back. Well, there's plenty of time.
And he's got the game for it, though. He has the game for it. As we've seen, he shot 9 under very first day. Absolutely great score.
McGeady goes to the top of the leaderboard. Par at the first and a birdie at the second. 11 under.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered. Lovely shot in there. Set up a lovely birdie. Now here we go.
First view of par 5. 8th downwind.
God, what a strong bounce. Whoa, ball. Chill out.
Through the green in 2. He's 10 under par.
He looks like he's lying okay. I'm sure he's got a decent shot at it.
Bateman. Tee shot.
That's going with a win. That's high and right. Ooh, there's a little ditch down there. Hopefully that's just stayed on dry land.
Let's see if Desmond has the tools to get it to land softly. Like you say, John, there you need to use the loft, and it's a different vision for the sort of shots you have to play, isn't it?
Oh, completely. Absolutely, completely. All about trajectory. Really is. Just the way it's going to come down, you've got to really see it as being top spin instead of spin on it in a way.
He's bringing touch back into the game.
Yeah.
George Cowan, 8 under par. That's his 3rd shot. So he's got a chance for a birdie coming up.
Here we go. He's had to take a drop. He did find the water. Let's see how this reacts. I'll run out on him.
So this third really showing its teeth early on. Levi Desmond, who's hottest player on the course, goes to 11 under.
He's happy with that. Great chip and putt. Right, come on, Mr. Cowan. What have we got?
Got a little left to righter, and he's got it in the middle.
Very
9
good.
under. They're all sort of chasing at the top now. It's really bunching up.
It is. It's getting interesting. Let's see who pulls away from the pack there. Turn. No. Bit of a misread there. Broke left to right, right by that hole. I think he's seen it coming right to left.
And that's 2 double bogeys we've seen on that third hole in the last couple of groups.
He looks a bit dejected there.
9th hole, one of the tougher holes on the course. 6,761 yards, and it's quite different from the other 2 courses here at Frilford, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, what I've seen is, you know, I mean, I was speaking to some of the players earlier on in the week, and they were just saying, you know, what a different kettle of fish this is, you know, all round. It's a lovely little cracking course. You know, they have their favourites, obviously, like everyone does, but it's an absolute beauty.
This is the blue course. There's the blue, the red and the green.
Unbelievable sport for choice.
1,200 members enjoy these facilities. And again, you can see a little bit out of sync there with the body and the hands.
Well, that has to be in the water. He's dodged a bullet if that stayed afloat. Now, you see this man's hands. Up his left nostril.
Quite a lot of wrist break there to try and create that loft and try and get the ball to land softly.
Bateman, come on. Rip this one in. Little low driller, scuttle it up onto the green.
Par 5. Can he reach in 2? He can, and he may just get all of his shots that he's dropped straight back.
Yeah, that'd be perfect timing. Right, Mr. Wild.
Not wonderful. Wild and wonderful, unfortunately.
I tell you what, though, that's what he needs. Slot that baby in, forget about it, move on.
Desmond, this for a par on the 9th.
This would be a
Good
great up
stroke.
and down.
Oh, how about that? Out in 29.
Ooh, my goodness. How are you doing?
Well, beautifully, I have to say. As is McGeady. Good start for him. 1 under par through 2 holes. Probably looking just to 2-putt this.
Yeah, definitely. Get it up there, snug as a bug in a rug, right by the hole, hug it. And if it goes in, Barry bonus. Yeah, that's a great touch. I still can't get over that first 9 holes back there. I mean, 7 birdies in a row. That's insane.
Nice work if you can get it. Eagle putt across the green, left to right. Green's putting beautifully, John.
Oh, they look absolutely gorgeous. Really are. Smooth as silk.
McGeady has made his par, tapped in. Wild. Oh dear, oh dear.
The woes of final day are kicking in for the 10 under par man. Not to be 10 under par anymore.
That's another double bogey from one of these final groups. Birdie putt for Bateman.
Yeah, this should be a little formality. Lovely.
So let's have a look and see how it all shapes in these early stages. Levi Desmond has launched himself to the top of the leaderboard with 29 in the front 9 alongside Michael McGeady. Cowan, Payne, McCarthy and King all at 9 under 2 back, and Harry Bateman there at 8. And Kit Alexander caught up with Tom Wilde, the leader, after 2 rounds to ask him how he got to the game.
Tom, you didn't pick up golf until you were 14. How did you come to the game?
Well, actually, it was ironic because I had a blood disorder when I was a kid, so around about 10 years old. It was called ITP, and it meant that I couldn't play too many contact sports. So I ended up my dad took me down the range at Castle Royal. Around about, it ranged from sort of 10 onwards, and I wanted to play football. I wanted to do all the sort of stuff that a normal kid would do, and had to kind of pack that in. And luckily, I got over it. But I took up golf and hit it good on the range one day, and Dad said you should carry on doing it, so I did.
And how quickly did you realise you might have a future in the game?
Probably around about 16. I knew that I wanted to head to the States. I heard great things about college, and seen all the TV stuff, and kind of really went from there. And it was about 16 that I realised that this is what I want to do, and maybe give it a go. And I did. I ended up going to the States and just got back and graduated. So,
what was it like to play with and against some of the best amateurs in the world at college in America? Amazing,
yeah. I would say it's built me as a player. The kind of amateur game here is such that it's great. It really develops young players. But I think if you can get out and play worldwide, especially in the States as well, you get to play some amazing golf courses. And I've played the likes of Sawgrass and Pinehurst for tournaments, and it really hardens you up. You've got a pretty good record here at Frilford Heath, haven't you? I do, yeah. This place has been good to me too. Frilford Heath gold medal champion in the last 2 years, and that's actually what got me the invite onto this EuroPro here. So I figured I unfortunately had to decline it last year because I was away in Germany, but I managed to take it up this year and put it into my schedule, and love every minute of it. How does it feel to be in contention on 11 under par? Great, yeah. It's just everything seemed to slow down. Really thought well. Had my caddy Jake Dines on the bag too. He's a member here, and he's actually been on the bag for the last two times I've won around Frilford here too. So it's great just to kind of get in your comfort zone and go from there, because this place is like my second home now. The amount I've played here. Would you consider turning pro if you win? Yeah, I've already set my sights on turning pro in September. I'm going to do Q School here. Seems a natural thing to do for European Tour School. My aim is to kind of get my Challenge Tour card in the next couple of years, and then move from go on from there. But that's really what I've set my sights on. If anything else progresses from there faster, then fantastic. So yeah, just trying to take it one shot at a time, the old cliche.
Here we are at the 5th, par 4. Absolute cracking little hole. As you can see by this sign right here, read between the lines, it's a call-up hole, so people can reach this green. Once you get to the green, mark your ball and let the guys play on. Anyway, I'm going to give it a crack. Come with me. Well then, got my caddy up on the green there. He's got a lot of faith in me, attending the flag. I mean, he's putting trust in me, man. I've got to do this, I've got to pump one out there. Now, I've had my full English breakfast, my cup of coffee. Not the best preparation, but anyway, here we go. Have it! Come on, my son.
What are you on? I think you've been on the old protein shakes, have you?
Did, mate. Downed a few jars before I came on the show. Lovely, thank you.
So this is Harry Bateman going with the driver, just drifting a bit right. Not bad there.
No, that's okay. Plenty of green to work with as well from there. Quite a straightforward chip, depending on the light.
This is Greg Payne, Englishman from the Chobham Golf Club. Won the Sunningdale Foursomes this year.
Did he?
He did indeed.
What a great little event that is.
With Jessica Wilcox.
I'll tell you what, nice little flop shot he's got over that bunker. Pin's tucked on that left, so we'll see how good his hands are.
See how good the hands are of Jack Harrison. Oh, I think he's found... Ooh, that is thick and horrible, John.
Yeah. I went over there earlier on in the week, and that is some thick, wispy gear over there. Don't want to go in it.
Man on fire, Levi Desmond. 10th hole. Turning back into the breeze a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is it's not normally what you would class as a very difficult hole if there was no breeze, but into wind is a whole different ball game.
driving low flight from Tom Wild. Spends 9 months of the year in Norfolk, Virginia. Goes to Old Dominion University.
Well, how they doing there, partners?
How's Mr. Cowan doing? 32-year-old, more experienced player on this tour. Good stroke, using one of those big, flat putter grips.
The old KJ Joy. Is that the two-thumb one or the big KJ Joy grip?
That was the one with the big flat two-thumb thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So many interesting ones nowadays.
Desmond. I think we can see why he's been scoring so well. Good touch on the greens.
Yeah, definitely. That's what you need. Good pace putting, as always.
What do you have to do out of this thick stuff, John?
Well, back of the stance, need to get this baby, you know, real steep into it. Get to that ball as quickly as you can. Don't get too much green between, too much grass between you and the ball, and you'll be all right.
With plenty of loft.
Yes, exactly. Cuts through it like butter.
Oh dear. First sign of nerves maybe for Levi. Didn't see that coming.
No, definitely not. No, I don't think he's seen it coming. I think he was in total shock there. Right then, come on, Michael. Let's get on a roll, my friend.
Third shot into this par 5, and with what, a little pitching wedge. That's poor control.
That is poor control. A lot of backspin on that. He's put that up there in the wind and it's just taken control of it. Not his best shot of the day, that's for sure.
Bold pitch from Bateman.
Yeah, this is where you make your money. The short game. This is what it's all about. Got to chip them a lot closer.
Very brisk through the ball.
Well, he's gone for that though, and he's still saying get up. Oh, an absolute beauty. Chuffed to bits with that one. Well, as we've seen, he's obviously just fluffed it into the bunker. Didn't give it enough. And now another splash shot out. Oh, to be right by the side of the green in 2 is a shame, and then stuff it in the bunker.
Just a look at Levi Desmond's backswing. You can see the right leg very straight at the top there, John.
It is. I mean, really hooked back. He's gone way onto that right-hand side, and then just a massive shift through this ball. I mean, great strike. You can see that. What a ball flight. Gone straight in the middle of the green. Drawing back lovely, I'm sure. He's on the crest of a wave.
That's his second shot. See if he can get that drop shot straight back. He's one behind McGeady now. And this 11th hole has been causing a lot of problems.
It has. But these bunkers are absolutely lovely. I wouldn't fear going in these ones. I mean, beautiful sand, sculptured to perfection. You can do a lot with it.
No birdie for Cowan. Stays at 10 under. In this course, you can't believe it's only 19 years old.
I'm flabbergasted, really are, because I tell you what, it's looks like it's been there for many moons. You know, it's absolutely beautiful.
It's got a very linksy feel, don't you think?
Oh yeah, that's why it catches my eye. It definitely, I mean, absolutely beautiful. I mean, look, lovely old trees around, wispy grass. Looks like you say, it's been there forever and a day.
Designed by Simon Goodman in 1994. It was opened.
Well, fair play, Simon. Good skills, my friend.
Beautiful putt there. What a good par that was in the end.
Cream cracker. Right then. Come on, Desmond, let's see the short game, buddy.
A lot of wrist hinge on those shots.
Yeah, took a lot of sand there. Really got too steep and too far behind the ball. And unfortunately, going to go nowhere when you do that.
Boom. In she goes. So Bateman gets the 2 shots back that he dropped on the 3rd.
We've seen some yardages of putts hold. already.
You'd have to say that's, you know, that's hats off to the greenkeeper, because the course is in great shape.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. I mean, here we go. I mean, all about that. That's a great putt from off the green. Got to judge that fringe, which is never easy to do. You know, how it's going to come out. And he'd done that to perfection.
Do you know who's godfather to this young man?
I have no idea.
Chubby Chandler.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fair play. Well, there you go. You pull a few strings for him, I'm sure.
Tom Wild for a birdie and gets it. Well done, Tom. That'll settle the nerves a bit.
Well, he needs that massively. I mean, he's going to have a lot of support out there. Amateur playing in a pro event. They like to see the underdog do very well.
Is it going to be bogeys back to back? No.
Well, I think that missed putt on one of the previous holes has really got to him. Just a little bit of doubt in his brain there. Oh, McGeady's going to do some press-ups for us.
Gary King for a par. He drops a shot on the par 5. Yes, a reachable hole in 2, and it's going to be a bogey, put him back to 8 under par. That's an interesting day so far. Let's see what's the affairs at the top. McGeady takes the lead again. George Cowan just dropping a shot. Nick McCarthy, Payne, Jack Harrison, Harry Bateman and Tom Wild just a couple of shots back. Levi Desmond starting to moonwalk a bit down that leaderboard.
Ow! Michael Jackson style.
Good.
God,
Firm hit there from Bateman.
There was some authority through that ball there. Surprised to see not a little bit of spin there. I mean, you give that some beans.
Let's have a look at this swing. Very wide with the legs that set up.
It is, very much so. Like you say, and he's holding great posture there, though. I mean, really leaning onto that left-hand side. I mean, great impact position, as you said earlier, on someone else's swing as well there, Ross. Great extension through the ball as well. Looks nice and solid, great balance.
Yeah, those are the keys. Great balance, good speed.
Yeah, it's a good combination. Let's see if this guy's got the punching power to whack this bad boy on the green. He's got that little downslope. Yes.
He's had a bit of what you've had.
Yeah, he has, mate. Yeah, you can't beat a bit of protein. Get it into you.
Keys to hitting fairway bunker shots. Get the ball first. Don't try and lift it out. Just strike it positively. That is a sensational shot from George Cowan.
Oh, mate, he's hitting some absolute cracking iron shots. Really is. He's so much authority through the ball. He's really up for it.
Wild by name, wild by nature on this final day.
Oh, that's come out hot. Could tell there. Oh. Almost run decently into the bunker. I thought he was going to just fall in and have one of those legs out the bunker. Ball just in. All right, need to pop this one up nice and high, land it on that green, nice and soft. Just not high enough. Like I said, trajectory is everything there. Trajectory would have stopped that ball nice and quick.
Gary King. Second eagle putt that he's had today.
Go on then, my son. Oh, it's a great putt. That's just the length you need for birdies. Definitely makes your heart a little bit easier.
George Cowan, been in these sort of situations, experienced player, and he gets to 11 under and ties at the top once more.
We better get a hat on. It looks like the sun's coming out to play. Might get a bit of a burnt scalp there.
More problems then for Tom Wild, and he's going to drop back to 8 under, 3 over for the day.
Could have cleaned his shoes.
Well, they've come a long way from New Zealand.
Exactly.
Cowan, just in the semi-rough.
Yeah, the rough looks very favourable this week. Looks like you can get plenty of club to any shot you need, really, and that's not a bad shot at all. You know, a nice little 25, 30 footer. About a foot of fringe to work with.
7th hole. Just under 400 yards and an iron off the tee.
Yeah, well, I mean, course management is everything. He's probably leaving himself a very decent yardage in where he can control the spin and everything like that. I mean, that's what it all boils down to. I mean, that's very sensible play.
Good line, but just not enough oomph. That was an eagle putt.
He didn't have his Weetabix this morning. Or should I say sweated wheat. Could you eat 3 of them?
I could look at 3 of them. Bateman on 7 after laying up. And like you say, good course management. Left himself far enough back to get the spin, the control.
Nice game of chess. That's what it's all about. Put it in one position to leave yourself the best position for the next one. Thinking way ahead, which is, you know, that's very, very crucial in this game.
Straightaway hole, the 9th. It's a bit downwind and it makes it a lot easier.
It's an absolute peach. He's got a little left to righter there. Right, Bateman. You slot this puppy in. Oh yeah, very nonchalantly done there.
Came 15th at the Q School here at Frilford Heath in the winter time, so he likes this place.
Yeah, I mean, every reason to as well. I mean, this is an absolute cracking venue for this week's EuroPro. Just, I mean, you're going to feel at home round here. I mean, of course, in very good condition.
Good tee shot there from McGeady on 7. Lots of fairway bunkers to be avoided from that tee.
You've got to be positive. The only way forward is to be positive. Oh, just quit on that, didn't he?
Greg Payne, also 15th at the Q School, so he likes playing here. Played 4 events so far. He's played in every one. He's missed his cut in the last 2 times. So he'll be enjoying his form now.
Oh, without question. I mean, like you said there, I mean, that swing there, amazing balance. Pitched it, pitch perfect, about 10 feet short of that green, 1 big hop, and just rolled at the pin eye.
Jack Harrison, born in Carlisle. Son of Phil Harrison, former European Tour player for many years.
Well, it seems to be in the genes. There's a lot of father-son things going on right now. You know, there's they definitely get to learn the tricks of the trade.
Man United fan as well, good lad.
I'm a Bristol Rovers, Bristol City fan, I am. Keep it real,
Which
mate.
one,
Keep
Rovers
it real.
or City? Come on.
Well, should I say that? I'm in trouble if I say one.
Harry Bateman. Went to university in Christchurch. That was right down the flag, so he'll have an eagle putt coming up. He's at 10 under at the moment.
Like you say, it's in the genes. My granddad played for Bristol Rovers and Bristol City, so I got to support both, haven't I?
He must have got some stick from some of the fans. Cowan, that was a par putt and comes up short, right on line.
Not to worry. One of those moments. Brush it off, mate. Brush it off.
Oh, as soon as he got to 12 under, he's back to 11 under. Eagle putt. Slowish putt, this one up the hill. Oh, looks good.
Oh, I thought he had that, baby. I think he did as well.
Geedy birdied the second, and since then it's all been pars.
Well, he's looking long here. This is Little touchy putt over the little slope and down, and he didn't give it enough. Just shy.
Eighth hole, what, 530 yards? Reachable, straight downwind, eagle putt.
Little no, I'll tell you what. You'd be gutted with that. Great opportunity to make that eagle. I mean, 2 fantastic shots to get, and great putt as well. Great pace, just slightly right of target, but nice little birdie anyway.
Well, that's thoroughly deserved for Nick McCarthy. 10 under par now, gets into double figures.
I've seen him early on in the week. He had this little contraption on the putting green, and it was really working well for him. Just grooving in those distance putts for him.
No eagle for Harrison. Let's jack to 9 under par. That's 2 shots back of our 3-way tie at the top of George Cowan, Harry Bateman and Michael McGeady. They're leading the way from McCarthy and Payne. Now, a new feature on our coverage called Get to Know Your EuroPro. And first up, it's Greg Payne.
Greg, first of all, I want to ask you, have you ever had a hole-in-one?
Yes.
Where?
I've had 3, but my first one was, I think it was at Hobridge. It was an island green. The challenge was you had 3 flags.
Greg, it's supposed to be a quick fire question.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's good. We're loving that. Where were the other 2, very quickly?
Golf Farm, par 3 course.
Ah, it's 30 seconds gone already.
Sorry.
What's your favourite football team?
Sheffield Wednesday.
If you were to have a dream 4-ball, who would you play with?
Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player.
Favourite course that you've ever played?
St Andrews.
Favourite food?
Curry.
What about any course that you could play that you haven't already played worldwide?
Augusta National.
Good luck today, Greg. We'll look forward to following your progress. Maybe a 4th hole-in-one.
Maybe.
Right, time to get your thinking caps on. Which PGA EuroPro Tour player went on to win the Open Championship? Get yourself a nice cup of tea, and we'll tell you after the break. Well, did you get it right? Which PGA EuroPro Tour player went on to win the Open Championship? It was, of course, at St Andrews, Louis Oosthuizen in 2010. Well, time to find out more about players. Kit Alexander spoke to Nick McCarthy.
You earned your 2011 Challenge Tour card through the PGA EuroPro Tour. What did you learn from that year?
A lot, really. You know, I went on to the Challenge Tour not playing too well, and I didn't have the best of years. But I did learn a lot, you know, the type of scoring you have to be able to produce, and just the way your game has to be, really. And you know, you do go to more difficult courses, and the competition is a lot harder. So you just naturally learn a lot.
You've made a really good start to the season. Were you expecting to come out of the blocks so quickly?
To be honest, I was. I mean, I was playing well through the winter, coming into the season. You know, I was really looking forward to it, to be honest. And you know, it's nice that I've got off to a great start. I've just got to try and maintain it now and keep it going.
What's been the key to your fast start?
Probably my course management and my strategy around the course. You know, I've worked a lot on that, and that's probably been the biggest key. It has.
What do you take from an encouraging tied 25th finish in the Scottish Hydro Challenge on the Challenge Tour recently?
You know, I take a lot from that. I do take a lot. It was a lot of confidence because there were some good players there, and I didn't have the greatest of last rounds, so 25th I was really happy with.
And what do you need to do now to kick on and make sure you get your place back on the Challenge Tour?
I think a win before the end of the season really would secure a spot. A win and a couple of steady finishes would really give me a place on the Challenge Tour next year. So I've just got to try and do that. And
you're in contention here at Frilford Heath. What's been the key to your opening couple of rounds?
I've putted really good this week. You know, the green's fantastic round here. So I've putted really good. I reckon that's been the key for me.
On a low-scoring course like this one, what approach will you take into the final round?
Just keep doing what I've been doing. You know, I'll try and knock it as close as possible, try and hold some putts, and just see where it puts me at the end of the day.
Well, Nick McCarthy just a few shots off the lead as George Cowan approaches the 10th on the back 9 on Sunday.
Yeah, right then, man. Let's see what you got. Ooh, a little bit of a flyer there, I think. Or maybe a miss club there. Who knows?
Greg Payne playing alongside Harry Bateman. Bateman already down the fairway. Here on 9.
God, he's pulled that. He's going to have to get a bit of a bounce. I think he's hit a tree, hit another tree, and gone back towards where the water is. We'll have to wait and see where that's finished.
So is it going to be birdie time for McGeady? That swing certainly didn't say it will be. My dear.
Well, there you go. Planet of the Apes style. Okay? He's climbing a tree.
Cowan through the back of the green. 10.
Whoa, whoa. Oh, man.
Off it goes. One reason why this 10th hole has been playing difficult, there's a little slope there. Sort of gathering the ball away.
Yeah, it's just right up on that little crust, isn't it? Just up there, just a little awkward one for him.
Breeze a factor.
Well, I think he got frightened there. He's seen the first chip and thought, I'm not going past. And just didn't hit it hard enough.
Greg has chipped out from the trees, short of the pond.
Ooh, spin. Stop. Ooh. So, not too bad. Fringes look pretty kind out there, so looks like he'll have a decent putt at it.
McGeady also chopped out from the trees. This is 4th shot on the par 5.
That's a poor chipping there. He's not happy with that one. Frustration.
Frustration going into a par 5 with an iron. There's a long-range par attempt coming up. The long-range attempt up the hill. Quite a slow one, this, for Cowan.
I mean, when you do stuff like that on a par 5, you feel like pulling your hair out. You really do. Chucking the toys out the pram. One of the two.
That's where you need to control the emotions. Those are the important things. Bateman. Fairway off the tee. Just the edge of the green. Ball just coming out of the fringe. And it took a little bit of a hop. Green's running at around about 11 on the stimp meter. They've just gradually got a little quicker as the week's gone on.
Definitely. I mean, oh, whoa, ball. Don't catch that slope. Oh, that's a serious rush of blood. Oof. Well, now, here we go. Be nice to see a nice little eagle chucked in there. He's played some good golf. He's hit some great shots out there.
Most eagles this week have come from Jack Harrison.
Really?
Yeah, and no surprises who's had the most birdies. Levi Desmond.
Levi Desmond, yeah, that's true. He's a birdie machine.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That was a big mistake from Nick McCarthy.
Massive error there. 3 putting from no more than 10 feet. Well, probably less than that. 8 feet will definitely, you know, oh, just plays on your mind. Horrible.
Tom Wild actually won the Frilford Gold Medal Amateur Championship the last 2 years in a row.
Wow.
So he loves this place.
He does. No wonder he's up there. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's some good local knowledge there. He's obviously built over time there. Really got to know the course well.
Lovely stroke there from Greg Payne. And unfortunately, that was for a par. He's going to drop back to 9 under. That's going to be a drop back for Michael McGeady as well. He makes a bogey. Our first look at Scott Campbell, 22-year-old, attached to the Hallows Golf Club in Derbyshire. 111-year-old that golf course is.
Wow. Some serious stint there.
103rd in the order of merit. And let's see what his swing's like, John.
As we can see, massive wide arc, loaded at the top, slight overswing. Great extension that is, though, at the top. Now drops down, massive lag. Look at those legs, Ross.
Yeah, looks disco dancing like I used to in the early days. But that means he probably hits a little draw shape, likes to drive the ball in low. That's Scott Campbell. Look out for that young man.
Again, nice easy swing, probably too easy, just pulled it round his body. Yep.
That's okay though, it's hanging on.
and that's now upslope. He can be really aggressive with that chip. You know, we could see a nice little chip in here. That's a good opportunity.
McGeady short of the water, down the middle of the fairway.
I like this hole. I watched this one earlier on in the week and absolutely thought it was a little cracker. Well, as you can see, Ross, I don't know what you think, but looks like he's getting a bit short and quick.
Yeah, the backswing doesn't seem completed, and obviously you can't square the club face up. Difference there for Gary King, full rotation on the way back.
Becomes a pure timing thing though, doesn't it, when you've got a short backswing? I mean, I got to put my hands up, I got a short backswing as well, but
mine's so short I don't think I take it back these days. I just do a follow through. Birdie putt for Scott Campbell. Can he get to double figures?
Oh, that's a beauty.
Good stage in the round, and get a birdie there, and he's in full flow towards the top of the leaderboard. Now this is a chip you fancy, John?
It is. I mean, mid-iron, get it on the dance floor, run it up. I tell you what, right idea. Just lacked slightly, but played to perfection, really was.
Geedy's had to move one or two of the BuildBase signs.
He looks a strong wagon. He'll pick that up with one finger, I reckon. I tell you what, he had no green to work with. Tried to lob it up there, but that wispy grass would have got the better of him there. Wouldn't have got much spin on that ball.
Just seemed to drag that one away left. He was a bit slow with the body, and the hands came across, and long and left, they go together.
Yeah, they do. I mean, sometimes fatigue can bring that shot into play as well. You know, you'd get a bit lazy and just wrap it around your body. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how he's feeling out there.
How about that? How's he going to feel when that one goes in? Gary King. Birdie's the 9th. We've only seen a couple of those today.
That'll put a spring in your step. Beautiful.
Oh, dear, dear. Cowan's starting to go the wrong way. It's almost like you know, you understand the position you're in, and then you're thinking about the final instead of just concentrating on each shot. I know it sounds a cliche, each shot as it comes, but it is really as simple as that, isn't it?
It is. I mean, pure fact. I mean, what did Justin Rose talk about when he was on 18 over his second shot at Marion to win the US Open? Just saying, keeping in the present, you know, really focusing on the job at hand. Didn't leave it that moment.
Didn't do too bad, did he?
Oh, I think he'd done all right.
So unfortunately, it's going to be a drop shot again for McGeady. That's 2 in a row for him. So what changes does that make at the top? It means that Harry Bateman, the New Zealander, is on his own at the top, with Campbell and King 1 shot behind. Paul Shields with a good round of 68. So it's time to get to know your EuroPro. Tony with Nick McCarthy.
We're here with Nick McCarthy, and we're here to ask him some questions. Nick, let me start by asking you, what's the favourite course that you've ever played?
Leopard Creek in South Africa.
What football team do you support?
Man United.
What would be your dream 4-ball?
Will Smith, Kevin James and Kate Upton.
Will Tiger Woods ever beat Jack Nicklaus's record of 18 majors?
Yes.
What's your favourite food?
Mum's lasagna.
If you could only play in one of the majors, which one would it be?
British Open.
Have you ever had a hole-in-one?
Yes.
Where?
My home course on the 10th hole.
Which is your home course?
Moortown.
What's your favourite film?
Good question. Friday Night Lights.
Finally, who's going to win today?
Hopefully me.
You've got to say me.
Hopefully me. Hopefully me.
Good luck. Thanks very much
Thanks
indeed. We'll look forward to seeing how you get on.
Okay, cool.
Welcome back to final round action of the BuildBase Open here at the Frilford Heath Golf Club. That's the slow-mo of Gary King, and he caught up with Kit Alexander.
Gary, you turned pro at the tender age of 18. What prompted you to make the move into the professional ranks so early?
I think it was a bit of financial for me and my parents. We figured we wanted to start to play for some money, and I definitely don't regret it. You know, I've learned so much in the last 5 years playing at a high level here on the EuroPro. You know, the standard's so good, and I felt like, you know, it was a good decision, and, you know, I'm learning all the time.
And do you feel you're learning new things every year?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the first 4 years I kind of looked at it as my apprenticeship to learn, and you know, hopefully here on my 5th year I can really start to push on and compete consistently week in, week out.
You shot 5 under on the blue course here at Frilford Heath in Q School, so you obviously like the venue.
Yeah, I do. I mean, the greens are just fantastic out there. You know, they're rolling so good. You know, for example, today, you know, the shortest putt I missed was 18 feet, you know, which is, you know, any time you do that, you're going to shoot a low one. So, you know, it's just because the greens are so perfect, and you know, course is in such good shape. You know, it's easy to roll putts. If you know, if you get it online, it's going in.
Did you have any inkling coming into this week that such a good tournament was on the horizon?
You know, actually for the last event I really was confident, and I put a little bit too much pressure on myself, and this week me and my dad just set out to, you know, no expectations and go out and just play, and, you know, there you go, 10 under for 2 rounds, and, you know, it's funny how it happens sometimes. You don't put any pressure on yourself, and, you know, you go out there and shoot at 65.
And did Dad help to have him there with you?
Yeah, it does, because he gives me, you know, instant feedback after the rounds. You know, parts of the game I've got to improve, and, you know, he's a great, you know, just a great mentor for me, really. And, you know, I can put any of my success that I've had, you know, down to him.
How does it feel to be in contention?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting going into the final round. I've been in this position, I think, once before here on the EuroPro. So hopefully I'll learn from, you know, my mistakes last time and put it into action tomorrow, and just go out there and, you know, keep doing what I'm doing.
And what specific lessons will you take from that last time?
Again, you know, not putting any pressure on myself, just go out there and, you know, not really any expectations, just take one shot at a time, and, you know, as I say, keep doing what I'm doing, and, you know, see where we end up at the end of it.
Well, where he wants to end up is somewhere near where this fella is. Harry Bateman leading on the 11th. Tight drive, this.
Yeah, it's absolute. You need a booming drive here. Absolutely crucify it. I mean, you get that wind behind you. I mean, well, there we go. I mean, look at that.
Running like Usain Bolt down the middle of the fairway, that one.
Mate, that's had like 50 yards of run on it. That was massive.
Summer's here, John. Summer's here.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting. Sorry. Don't feel like summer. And so, as we can see, that flag is wisping left to right. Now, has he got it? Yes, he's played that very well, actually. Very well indeed.
Key to hit these fairways, because then you can get the spin on the second shots.
It's all about control, as we know. It's just it's the name of the game. Or the aim of the game, I should say. All about strikeability.
Gary King, second to the par 4, 10th. That one will leave quite an awkward putt. We've seen a few people get that wrong. Our leader, second shot on the 11th.
Well, then, he's only got a flick in here with something. He ain't got far to go. Let's see if he judges this well.
Got to be quite a tough situation for him, because this is his 5th event and he's missed a cut in all his 4 previous events.
Really? Well, that surprises me. He's playing with so much confidence at the moment. But like you say, I mean, come down to the closing few holes, what the nerves might do to you. We'll have to wait and see.
Little right to lefter, Cowan, who got to 12 under at one stage, back at 9 under now.
Right, the king is here. This is what you call one of these. You hit it too hard, you catch that slope, and it goes 5, 6, 7 feet past. But that was a good putt, very good putt.
And a 7-iron, 8-iron, little pitch back into the breeze, and that helps. But well, 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10, definitely. I wouldn't go any further than that. Ooh, little short follow through, trying to keep this under control and under the wind. It's pretty straight. Oh, he's just ripped it straight through the breeze.
That could be in the cameraman's shoes, I think.
I think so. Hopefully he has got big shoes, that cameraman, I think. Size 12s, so every possibility is landed in it.
There we go. Good par save. Is it a par made or a par saved?
I would say a par saved. It would be mine. I'd be happy with that.
Little pitch back onto this green. Oh, that's so unlucky.
Larry lip out. That was
the old Mick Jagger, they call that. Big lip out.
I love it.
Harry Bateman,
Brilliant.
tee shot on 12.
Oh, he's absolutely caught that one as well. A bit down the left, I fear.
It's quite an interesting hole, sort of swings dogleg left to right, but you aim for a big target in the distance.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And also, I always find, look at the smallest thing as well. Really focus on it. I mean, oh, you see that bounce there? Just come out. He's going to be so restricted there on his backswing. I mean, that is tall grass. I mean, it's just plopped out no more than a couple of inches. That would be really interesting to watch.
Bateman, who has been working on moving his backswing together, getting all a one-piece takeaway, and it seems to be working, but didn't quite get that one right. So he got a bit steep on that one.
Yeah, he did. Look at him holding his head up in the air there. Not happy with that one. Now this, right, let's see what imagination he's got here. Oh, he's left it there. Done the old VJ. Remember VJ done the old thing where he went straight underneath it many moons ago.
Didn't TC Chen it? He hit it twice, didn't he, in the US Open once?
That's true, yeah.
The old TC, he said. Two chips, they call him. Just the one chip from Harry Bateman, and he's left himself with, what, 3.5 feet? Well, that's 8 out of 10. He's getting better.
Here we go. Round 2, part 2, whatever you want to call it. See if he's got it. Well, now it's come out hot as well. I tell you what, he's played an absolute cracker there.
Well, I think he removed most of the grass with his first attempt, didn't he?
Yeah, he took the whole of Great Britain with him on the first shot.
So you the penalties for offline hits on this fabulous course. Great save. Par putt for Bateman, stays at 11 under. A Wild trying to make his way back.
Fair play, he has. Slowly moving forward, back up the leaderboard. He'd be happy with that. Great chipping from the young man.
Would make his par. Bateman.
Bateman, solid as a rock here. Go through his routine. We're talking about short backswings, and this is a man with one of them. I think he'd be quietly satisfied with that. It's on the dance floor. Well, here we are, the 15th hole. Cracking hole, this one. I mean, short par 5, every chance, depending on the wind. I mean, it's downwind today. I mean, it'll be coming in with a mid-iron, really. And honestly, this green is very favourable. Just honestly, aim for the middle of the green. Don't be too greedy, you know, because there's obviously trouble lurking around this green. Just take your medicine. Keys to these, really, I suppose, in such a straightaway hole, is making sure you find the cut and prepared. And of course, you can have a really good short game. Excellent touch that from Scott Campbell. Great imagination there as well. Pitching it off the green, way to the right, seeing the bend back, played it to perfection. McGeady, 1 birdie, 2 bogeys in his round so far. I think he got that one wrong. Extremely. I mean, to putt through that, that's a lot of fringe to putt through. Surprised he didn't get the old little lob wedge out or something and just pop it up high and flip it onto the green. Bad error from McGeady. It's only a short par 5, but it's a par there for young Scott. Bogey putt to them for Gary King after his trials and tribulations in the knee-high hay. Now that would have been a serious up and down. That would have been a get-out-of-jail-free card. Double bogey then for Gary King. Bateman. Another par save. It is. What a difference when you're holding those 4 5-footers. This is what you need. This is what it's all about. Get down to the nitty-gritty. See who holds their nerve the best. McGeady dropping another shot further back to 8 under par. And he's 3 shots off our leader, who is still Harry Bateman, 1 ahead of Scott Campbell, who could post a score soon. Paul Shields still there on 9 under, and a 5 under par of 67 from Richard Wallace. Right, it's question time again. Name 2 former EuroPro Tour players who have played for Europe in the Ryder Cup. See you soon.
we'll have the answer. Welcome back to final round of the BuildBase Open. Did you get our question right? The two former EuroPro Tour players who played in the Ryder Cup, Ross Fisher and Nicholas Colsaerts. Time for John Morgan to check out the 16th hole.
We're at the 16th, par 3, last of the par 3s, I should say. You know, we had the third hole, which had water wrapped around it. This one's got bunkers wrapped around it. And this one is about 205 yards it's going to be on the last day. 205 right to that back right-hand side there. I mean, I've got in the region of a 4-iron. You know, it's a long green. I mean, what do you think, caddy? 3 would get that out of my face. What are you talking about? Oh, my God, that boy's on another planet. Right, anyway. Let's give this one a rock. Straight at the middle of the green with a little bit of tuck on it. Bit of left-hand side. Oh, did you catch that? Bit of Mickelson, you know. Runs through my veins, man. Bit of flair. Let's give it a go. Tell you what. I'll take that. Bunkers all around this green. Beautiful hole. Pin back right, as I said. Perfect. But unfortunately, I hit it here. But now I'm in with a chance for a birdie, so I'm going to give it a go. Right, where's my caddy, James? 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 Oh, there he is. Again, top man. Looking well, isn't he? Looking well. Trim. Works out. Works out. Right, what do you reckon, James? In off the left? In off the left. In off the left. Top man. Get in there. Top man. To the next, to the next.
I wonder how many takes that took. Anyway, Scott Campbell. Birdie putt. And good running, but that's gone a fair, what, 3.5, 4 feet by, and he's what, 10 under par.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great putt. Long distance, so it's a very tough hole. 16. Very long par 3.
This is the hole before, the 15th. You can see the fire in the course.
My goodness. Whew. Landed on an ice rink.
Be an awkward pitch back onto that 15th. This the 14th, the tee shot. Good flight in the wind.
See the haze there. The old heat on the ground. That wobbly look in the atmosphere. It's a gorgeous day at the office.
That was an edgy stroke, wasn't it?
And that wasn't a gorgeous shot at all. We want to see the back of that one.
Very short, sharp hands. Costly at this stage in the round.
And then come on, my friend, long way through this green. Flop it up high. Tell you what, I think you might be happy with that one. That was a very difficult shot. The green halfway down that shot that he had left himself, you know, very difficult to land it on. He's done it very well. Oof, dragged it, Ross.
I think he's done okay, though.
I'll tell you what, I think he's got away with it.
Well, I think possibly a little bit of a flyer, and it managed to bumble its way onto the front edge. Could be crucial, that.
Oh, very much. I think it counted his lucky stars there. He thought it was going to be a lot worse.
Birdie time, is it, for Cowan? No, he's sort of lost his way. Now he's getting a little bit animated.
Here we go. It looks like autumn has arrived. Loads of brown leaves everywhere. We'll putt through them.
Should be a 4.
There you go, it's Kiwi Harry Bateman and his playing partners head to 15. He is still ahead by 1 shot, a solid par on 14. Can he hold on to that lead here at Frilford Heath? Find out next.
And these are the sort of holes he's got coming ahead. The 17th, a big par 5, John.
Yeah, absolute beast. This is a massive drive. You've got to put it in that little cranny just short of those bunkers, then you're left with an absolute monster 3-wood, and it's everything you've got in the bag to reach this green. Nice swell short and right of this, you know, this lead up to the green, and the pin's going to be at the back. I mean, honestly, you've got to take your medicine here. Really, if you're up for it and you need a birdie, grip it and rip it.
Well, that's hopefully what Scott Campbell has done. Drawing his second shot, and I suppose the bounce in the fairways will help trying to reach this green. That's not that far away.
Well, the wind is in their favour. I mean, this is a big chance to get the green in too. I mean, into wind, obviously, you know, no chance.
Wow, that's a peach of a second shot on the par 5 15th. 2 par 5s in the last 4 holes. Could they be crucial?
Oh, definitely. You know what par 5s are like there, Ross. They're just, they can be game changers.
That's the second shot for our leader Bateman, and that's probably a yard or so from kicking to the right and by the flags.
Short-sighted himself, not what you want to do. I mean, got all that green to work with to the right.
Harrison with an enormous tee shot. Oh, that's just a pitching wedge for his second shot.
I'll tell you what did he eat this morning? Popeye the Sailor Man.
Cowan on the last par 3. The 16th. John's talked about this green, and the flag and that back right position makes it even harder.
It does. I mean, it's a bit, you know, a bit deceiving, this hole. I mean, the bunker's short. You know, you think you got a lot of green to work with, but it's a lot of green. I mean, it's like 50 feet, 60 feet of green. I mean, you really got to pump that baby right back to the back right edge. I mean, but you got to take on a dodgy shot if you want to get close.
That was Campbell's third shot at 17. Birdie attempt coming up for him. Cowan with his birdie attempt. Green still running beautifully, even with all the traffic that's been across them.
Unbelievable, really is. Credit to the green staff, like you said earlier, Ross.
Well, it's worthwhile coming to this course because there's 3 courses here, and when they have greens and courses in this sort of condition, you've got 3 different tests on 3 days in the same place.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
10 under, Scott Campbell.
Massive smile on his face there. No surprise.
Bateman, lovely, just used the
bounce of the club, didn't he?
Yeah, the back, almost like the back of his left hand, and then released underneath it, got some spin.
Yeah, here we go, we'll see.
This looks like a really beautiful way to do it, and John Morgan told us a way to play a few different shots.
Well, here I am at my tip of the week. We're in the bunker. The dreaded 40, 50, 60 yard bunker shot. Probably the hardest shot in golf to date. So anyway, this is what I got ahead of me. You can see the pin in the middle of the green. What I'm going to do is I've got 2 shots. One I want to play high, next one I want to play low. All depending on how those greens are reacting at that particular time. I'm going to play this shot accordingly. So anyway, the same philosophy applies if you had a lob wedge in your hand. I got a 52 on this one, and what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and keep it nice and shallow through the shot here. That's going to generate the ball quite high up in the air and get it to land soft, and nice soft spin, not too much spin. And the other one, obviously, I'm going to be able to come down a bit steeper, get that nice little low runner up onto the green. Anyway, let's demonstrate the first one. Middle of the stance, really keep it long and shallow as much as I can. Here we go. Don't get much better than that. Cool, that had some chubby checker. Right, anyway, to the next. Here we go. Further back in the stance now, only a little bit, not too much. I'm going to hit this ball first, wait on my left-hand side, drive it down low, and try and skip it onto the green nice and low here. Come on. Absolutely perfect. Don't get much better than that, does it? We've just had the long bunker shot, and now we're here on the short bunker shot. Little splashy, not much green to work with, lit very close by, got in the region of a 58 degree or a 60 degree. You know, quite a simple shot, easier than what people think. All you got to do is come down steep into that sand and let the club do the rest for you. The ball will pop out nicely with a little bit of spin on it. I'm going to demonstrate to you how to do this bad boy. Want to come into it about here, club face open, very central stance and weight and stuff like that. You know, hands forward and just pop it in, ball will pop up with some spin. Here we go. And I must admit, I'd be happy with that.
You never lose it, do you? Oh, I think you do.
Yeah, you do. The sharpness, definitely.
Eagle putt. Oh.
He knows he needed that one, and he fancied it.
Crucial par putt at this late stage for George Cowan on this par 3. No, it's
always left there, and he knew it. He knew it. He's on that slippery slope, unfortunately, and when you're on it, it's hard to get yourself back off it.
Harrison, eagle putt, Mr. Eagle. Oh, I can't believe it. The man with the most eagles has just missed a short one.
Denied. Unfortunate there, that would have been an amazing eagle. There we go. Come on, buddy. Nicely in there, slight right to left there. Perfect.
It's a punch of the air, and that's because he now has a 2-shot lead at the top ahead of Scott Campbell, who has 1 hole to go. Shields and Wallace in the clubhouse at 9 under. It's time to get to know your EuroPro, this time with Jack Harrison.
Jack, firstly, what's the best course you've ever played?
Probably Fancourt Links in South Africa.
Will Tiger Woods ever beat Jack Nicklaus's record of 18 majors?
Yes.
What would be your fantasy 4-ball if you could play with 3 other players, only 3?
Tiger Woods, David Beckham, and probably Cristiano Ronaldo. Man United fan, you see.
Not another Man United fan. You're all Man United fans on the EuroPro Tour. Yeah. Have you ever had a hole-in-one?
I have, yeah. I've had one, just for one, at my home course in a PGA South Region event. It's a 2nd hole. Pitching wedge, so it wasn't very long, but yeah.
From the sublime to the ridiculous, what's the worst score you've ever had as a pro on a hole?
Mar Hall in EuroPro a couple of years ago, I took an 8 on a par 4, which wasn't nice. I had a shank, which was no.
Let's focus on more positive stuff. What's the favourite club in your bag?
My driver. Yeah, love my driver. Probably the biggest strength of my game. Fairways. Long, so yeah, pretty much driver.
Good. We'll look forward to following you today.
Brilliant.
Good luck.
Thanks very much.
Final stages of the BuildBase Open at Frilford Heath in Oxfordshire. This is the 18th hole that faces the players and is quite a difficult par 4 as well. 434 yards, very slight dogleg right to left, narrow fairway with rough and trees everywhere. Quite a generous green to be hitting, but it's a sort of hole you could either make a birdie or a 6.
Well, let's see what this man's got. 2nd shot, see if he favours this green, this approach. And I tell you what, he does, and so does his other playing partners. They're all on the green.
Leader Harry Bateman. The 16th hole.
Ooh. Nice little whip through there. See what he's got. Great shot. Perfect position there. Below the cup, 20 footer, straight up the hill. That is just where you want to be. 16, as I've showed you, is an absolute cracking hole. Really is. Lovely bunkers around. The front left one doesn't really come into play, but that bunker on the right where the pin is today, back right, is right there. You aim for where that flag is that you can see on the green. You just want to put it there. Leaves you that nice little 20 footer up the hill, but a great par 3 in the region of a 5 or 4 iron. Absolutely cracker.
A lot of time in the round for it to come as well. So Gary King at -8 needs to get his skates on in these last few holes, and there's really not much that you can say about these last 4, about the fact that 15's your only real chance of a birdie.
Yeah, definitely. 15 has the small club in your bag for a par 5 second shot. You have to capitalise on it. But this man, didn't have the legs.
Certainly doesn't look like a man who's missed his last 4 cuts, does he, John?
No, he looks very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. I mean, he's looking like he's going through his routine every time before a shot, and that's what you need to be doing. You can't waver from it. You've got to keep in the moment.
McGeady had the lead early on, but has frittered shots away. It's not been a great final group. They've all made a few mistakes.
Campbell, as we know, can be pretty straightforward. Putt this one straight at it. Within reason, he's got it.
Oh, how about that? Absolute crucial, and 2 birdies to finish with. 11 under par for Scotty Campbell.
That's an absolute great finish.
67, 69, 69. Watch out for him. 22 years of age.
Yeah, that might help his bank balance at the end of the day.
He's leader in the clubhouse. Gary King with an eagle attempt. Shows you how tricky this green is, although it's a reachable par 5. The green's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, it's got to have a defence somewhere, and that is its big defence. Just that green topsy-turvy.
Perfect tee shot from Cowan.
Yeah, he's launched into this one. Trying to give it everything he can. Got to be careful, though. I tell you what, that's not a bad place to be. If he's on that upslope, that'd be a nice little popper up in the air and land it soft.
There's no bunker there. That's just a dip, isn't it?
It is just a big dip.
Eagle putt for McGeady. Come on. Oh, he's made it. What a difference that's made to his scorecard.
I tell you what, who knows? That might propel him to a nice little birdie finish.
Well, that'll certainly beat what's leader in the clubhouse at the moment. 11 under. Scotty Campbell in the lead at the moment. It's Cowan's pitch from just below the green. Very nice.
Yeah, he played that very well. Right, Mr. King, go on, mate. Straight in the hole. Don't let that wind affect you too much. Perfect.
Now, we talked about his driving. Here's young Mr. Harrison. Come on, Jack, show us.
Tee it high and let it fly.
You know, I think he only hit a 3-wood there. That wasn't his driver. That was his 3-wood.
That is absolutely massive. Great drive. Well, great 3-wood, I should say. Ooh.
So Harry Bateman 2 ahead on 17, bidding for his first ever PGA EuroPro Tour title, but perhaps showing some nerves off the tee. He's found the rough. The good news is it's not heavy rough. It looks okay. He has got a shot in, but he probably won't be able to make the green in 2.
Thanks, Tony. Live on the course.
Yeah, I like that.
You can see the ball, so that means it's okay.
I don't think you'll like you saying that you can't get the green in 2, because the ego will be kicking in there. You'll want to get it there. He's admitting defeat. Terrible lie. He's done the right thing, giving himself a good yardage in.
He only used, what, no more than a 9-iron, 8-iron, maybe, second shot on that 600-yard par 5.
So sensible, that is. Very sensible. Really whips his hands, that left elbow across his body. Really tries to hold it off.
But again, coming from that sort of dusty rough.
Yeah.
So 3-wood, it looks like, for young Jack.
Well, this is 2 massive hits here. Well, he's launched it.
He's got a swing not dissimilar to his dad's either. Probably a bit longer than his dad's these days. Can he make it? You can see why he's made the most eagles here this week, can't you?
Well, length is on his side. That is an absolute fantastic shot. I mean, straight at it. Gunned it down the middle on the green. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
A lot of people had Graham earmarked for a good round today. It looks like he's finishing in some style, but it's not been a good day for him.
For a man to shoot 9 under first round and nearly have the course record is to see him fall away so rapidly is very surprising. Oh, that was a nice rhythmical swing. Beautiful golf shot. Little left to right, left himself. Should be bread and butter, that one.
Oh, really? He's just got to be followed in by our leader.
Cool, they're generating some spin out there with their short irons.
Well, I think you find when you've got those extra firmer fairways, you can compress the ball more, get a wee bit more purchase, a bit more spin.
So true there. I mean, these greens are acceptable at the moment. Yeah, I think you'll be glad to hold that putt and get off the golf course. It's been a bit of a funky back nine for our man there.
Guess what? It's an eagle.
My God.
Jack Harrison goes to 10 under par.
Just an eagle machine. What we've seen earlier, he only just missed one as well.
So Cowan finishes with a 4, and that back nine, like you say, of 38 means it's just a 71 after such a good start with 4 birdies early on for George Cowan.
I think can he follow him in, but this is for a birdie. This will help him coming down the last hole. He didn't hit it. I mean, when you get a lead, sometimes you do get defensive, and he knows it. He knows it.
Well, it can't be easy having, you know, not been in this situation, the EuroPro Tour.
Here we go. Go on, Graham. Tuck your shirt in, Graham. What are you doing, my friend? Great player. This man, great player. And he'll bounce back, as he always does, always smiles.
Yeah, found the water a few times today, unfortunately.
I like it, boss. Like it.
Oh, it had to be after a wonderful shot. Craig Payne to 9 under.
He is buzzing. He really wanted that. Here we go, the 18th. A lovely hole. I mean, for me, I would say just whack that long iron off the tee or the rescue club, put it just in position A, you know, at that little bridge where it starts to go right to left, and then you left yourself with probably in the region of a 9 or 8 iron to the middle of this green, and that's all I would do with it. I mean, you don't want to get too cute with this one. I mean, it runs off on both sides and you can get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Good to watch this swing here, like you say, with a sort of a hybrid. Bit early with the right side there. I fear this is going down the right hand side.
Yeah, there's some wispy grass down there. He's just inside it.
Some trees just eat in down there as well, so he may be hampered.
Here we go, we've got the old little 3-wood out as well. Gonna try and just hold this one up down the left-hand side.
I think he likes that one.
Yeah, he does.
A little fade for the left-hander.
Straight down to the tee. Pick that baby up and keep walking. And he's got a nice little juicy lie there.
Leader. Final hole. Will it be the final hole?
He loves that. That's the swing you want. Last day, last hole, leader. Oh.
Bit of adrenaline in that, I think, John.
Yeah, there's a little downslope there, and that's just going to roll it, propel it so far forward. I mean, he's going in there with a sand iron now. I mean, this is right up his street.
Perfect way to finish your round off.
As you can see, he's like 40 yards past our man Payne. Let's just suit his little fade. Middle of the green, let it drift. It overdrifted.
Harrison looks like he's managed to stay away from those trees.
Ooh,
never a good sign, that, is it?
That's left. Sit down ball.
It's caused quite a few problems this final hole. Stroke index 7 on the card. But it's actually playing the second hardest hole this week.
I think it must be that wind around that trees, around that green, really affecting the shots.
He's going with a soft little wedge.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, how about that?
Seal of approval right there from me. That's a great way to play this last hole.
Oh, he doesn't know. He's got your seal of approval. Brilliant, John.
Cheers, Ross. Here we go. Let's see if he's got the Mickelson in him. Is he going to flop it? Nope. Little bump and run through the cusp. Ah, he's played that very well. I thought he might flop that because that wind was into him. All depended on the lie.
How does the lie for Harrison? He looks to have a lot more loft on this one.
Sit down. Yeah, I'd be happy with that one. Not too hard a putt from there. Pretty straightforward. But getting in the hole is another matter, isn't it, Ross?
Absolutely, that's the name of the game. The one club you use more than anything else on the golf course, and that's what our leader has now. A putt for a birdie. Oh,
cool. I thought he just put the icing on the cake there. That was an absolute cracking putt, and he thought he had that bad boy.
I think he'll be calling it a good boy after that. So our champion-elect taps in. Lovely warm applause. Will it be enough? A round of 69 and a swirling wind after a poorish start for Harry Bateman. A double bogey on the third, but didn't deter that score. Brilliant.
Yeah, fantastic. Right, Harrison, pop this bad boy in, my friend. Straight up in there. Oh. Yeah, he should have done better with that. Just leaked it out to the right there. Probably a little misread. That eagle came right at the right time, just smartened it up a little bit, but he'd be very disappointed on the shots he's dropped.
Yeah, too many blue numbers on that scorecard.
Here we go, Mr. Payne. Put this one in the hole. Yes, good man. Definitely the way you want to finish, though, Ross.
Yeah, beautiful. 2 birdies in the last 4 holes. Round of 72 for Greg Payne. But it's Harry Bateman who is your champion. His first win on the EuroPro Tour. The BuildBase Open, a one-shot victory from Scott Campbell, the Englishman. And then a tie for third of Richard Wallace, Paul Shields, George Cowan, Greg Payne and Jack Harrison. White, Desmond and McGeady on 8 under. So it's trophy time, and Dave Robertson from BuildBase gave it to our winner.
Harry, let's have a few words then. Huge congratulations. It was very tight there at the end, and you really needed to hold your nerve. How much pressure did you feel?
That was actually surprisingly calm. I thought I'd be a lot more nervous, but I kind of felt the same the whole day from start to finish, so yeah, it was very pleasing.
Yeah, and you just performed so well up 17 and 18. You're from New Zealand, and you've come over to play the EuroPro this year, and until now, you hadn't made a cut this season. What a turnaround. What's happened this week?
Yeah, it's not a bad way to make my first cut. I found something just before the tournament with my swing. It's just really consistent, so I kind of stuck with that the whole time, and I just putted so well. The greens here were just amazing. Probably the best I've seen since I've been over here, and I hold everything.
You did indeed, and I mean, in terms of what it can do for your season and your career, how much can you push on from this?
Well, it's a good boost, really, quite early on in the season, so a few more good results and you could get onto the Challenge Tour pretty easily from here, so it's pretty big for me. Absolutely.
Listen, just before you go, you've got a cheque in your hand for 10 grand. What are you going to spend it on?
I've been spending enough. It's just, just going to cover my expenses now.
Harry, well done. Ladies and gentlemen, Harry Bateman.
Many congratulations to our winner, Harry Bateman, who is now 4th in the Order of Merit. Richard Wallace is the new #1 of the 888 Poker PGA EuroPro Tour. Next time out, we're at Moray in Scotland for event number 6. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. From John Morgan and myself, Ross McFarlane, it's goodbye for now.